But sometimes, yeah, but sometimes when it does go that way, it's always personal issues. I mean, some people, some partners when they have have a kid or whatever, but it gets very personal when it gets between them two. Like because some people get mad, and I think that people get upset. The parents get upset and forget that they do have a child together. That's what's the main focus. But they get out of focus because some things been broken, like heart, feelings, emotions and stuff like that, and then it gets two people confused on what they really were supposed to be doing in the beginning. Like, we don't need to be worried about how we feel about each other right now. We need to be worried about this kid. But
exactly.
But the situation gets people to get on track, like they be off track, and now one going the other way, and this will go this way, and then now you with this new guy, now y'all got a new family, and this, what I'm saying, and this guy, he got a new family. You know what I mean?
Flick it up. It sounds like you speaking from experience.
Yeah, something like that a little bit. You feel me? I can be honest with you. I've been through a little situation where, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was dating a girl, we were having a good time, all that. But I was really actually stupid in love. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to say it's something about I was honestly in love and I knew what was going on. No, I think I was more like trapped in me being in love and that was it, right?
Right.
She ended up being pregnant, and I'm being honest, on me, like really. And but loving her so much and caring about her and not worrying about myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I took the responsibility of a child. That wasn't even mine.
Wow. That's a man.
Can I ask you this? Can I ask you a question? And I don't mean to cut you off. Why is it that, when a man get with a woman, okay, and he doesn't even have any children with that woman, taking care of her kids, and neglect his own children? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're in that situation, and you call, hey, such and such going on, this is what's going on with your child. Okay, me and my family is on vacation. You and your family. What happened to your biological children? You're over here taking care of this woman's children, but your family is over here. That's trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Yeah, my fault. I ain't even cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I'm not trying to take up for the dude or whatever, but let's like really look deep into it. I mean, we can really like say, all right, it's wrong for what he's doing and but you gotta remember, it's always, a mental thing, and sometimes people, like I told you, it's an emotional thing too. So the child is with you, and you is the problem. So he feel like the more I stay away from the child, I'm gonna be away from the problem. I'm not making no excuse. I'm not saying that, but it's just that's how men really actually think. Like, man, I'm not trying to deal with that. She's making it move. Now, if you're making it easy when it comes to your child, because a dude automatically gonna think that when you calling them, you say, "Oh, your child," they feel like you just trying to bother them because I'm on vacation with my family. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they put that in their head. I know I might sound kind of like off a little bit, but it's the honest truth. That's how some men think, like, oh, she just trying to bother me, or she trying to get a little check from me, or she just still in love with me, or she just trying to woo. You know what I mean? That's why I always tell a female just to be independent and be strong. Don't worry about that dude. Take care of your kid.
I think they do get involved what's going on in the other household with individual. I think both sides are right. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the ShakeDown Radio Showcase Live. Tonight we're talking about single parenthood, children's living in single family, and we have the usual, like always, special co-host Katrina Diamond on the set. What's up, Katrina?
Hey, everybody.
And I have my special guest, y'all know him as Mr. Flick It Up in the O. Get it. So listen, we're going to make some phone calls. We're going to talk to some people that are living in a single parent life and get some questions from them, some answers, and see how it going. So our first person that's coming up is going to be Miss Keisha, and let's see her take on being a single parent, and we'll go from there and discuss it. But
hello.
Well, hello, Keisha. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Not much. You're on the air, on the ShakeDown, live. You're with my co-host, Katrina Diamond, and my special guest,
hello,
Mr.
Keisha.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
And a special guest, Mr. Flick It Up.
Okay, hey, how you doing, Keisha?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing fine.
So, Keisha, I'm giving you a call because, I did tell you that we were going to give you a call on the show. Not saying that you're an expert, but you probably can help us out with this. We were talking about, Mr. Flick It Up was saying that a lot of women get involved what's going on with the girl, and that's the reason why that the father's not involved in some of their lives. Diamond was saying that, Diamond, what was that you were saying about? Did you go to sleep, Diamond?
About the what? About the single,
yeah.
The statistics, or?
Matter of fact, read the statistics, and we'll take it from there. If you didn't hear the statistics, here go the statistics right now.
Okay, I'm going to read some of it, Keisha. Once largely limited to poor women and minorities, single motherhood is now becoming the new norm, okay? And then I'm going to skip down to about 4 out of 10 children were born to unwed mothers. Nearly 2/3 were born to mothers under the age of 30. Today, 1 in 4 children under the age of 18, a total of about 17.2 million are being raised without fathers.
Wow. That's still wild to me. That's a lot. And here's my thing. Go ahead, Keisha.
No, I just said that's a lot. That really is a lot.
All right. So here's my thing. And I think some women are choosing to be single parents because they don't even want the kids around the father, or they don't like the girl the father's with, or some type of aspect there. Right? Or they want to know what's going on in his house before I allow my kids to go over there. If he's the father, and he means well by his kids, who cares what's going on in the house over there? It's giving him a time to bond with his kids. And vice versa, he shouldn't worry about what's going on in your house.
Mm-hmm.
I have to disagree. I have to respectfully disagree with that. The problem is that as a mom, our job is to protect our children. And some guys generally do not have the wits or the drive or the understanding in what is right and wrong for a child. So although I don't care what you have going on as long as it doesn't affect my 3. But at the end of the day, let's say you're not in a safe environment, or you're bringing people around the children who are not safe in their own right, then you have to kind of question, what's really going on over there? If you have 5 to 6 girlfriends come in and out, I'm going to have a problem because that's unstable for my children. But besides that, at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, fathers are needed in the house. Fathers are needed in a child's life just as much as a mom is needed. But then at the same time, you have some unfit mothers. You have single dads out there raising children too. So I kind of feel like it goes both ways in that aspect. We just have to be kind of careful in terms of where you're sending your children. The world is not a safe place, as safe as it was when I was growing up. So you kind of, you have to question exactly what's going on both ends.
Okay, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
On that. All right, so when you said that about the safe environment and et cetera, everything else, my thing is, I feel like, do you think about like the child at first, even though they say well-being, right? But do you think that a child will let you know if they not happy or not having fun or not having that bond or something with their dad, if they there with their dad, you don't think your kid would actually let you know or something like that? Like,
of course children will let you know. Of course, they're kids. They're going to tell you at the same time. Not that children, you have to look at the context in which your child is telling you, too. Yeah. Not trying to, say children are liars, but you have to also look at what context are the children telling you things. If they know that you're going to spaz out the minute they say something about dad, and let's say dad put them on punishment, they may come back and tell you something crazy or kind of manipulate a situation that wasn't that serious to begin with.
Gotcha.
So you kind of have to, you have to kind of know your kids. And when I say know your kids, know your children. And also know the other parent. And know that, the hardest thing I think in being a single parent is learning the balance in co-parenting. When you learn that balance in co-parent, anything else just kind of falls in place.
But that's the problem, is that more women choose not to co-parent than the father actually does.
Exactly, because I'm trying. Hey, like I tell you, it's an emotional thing. I feel like once a woman is broken with this guy and he did some, you know what I'm saying, what they call it, trifling or whatever you want to call it, like if you want some old out the box thing and it just tear them apart. That's why I say that they really do forget about the fact that we just parents and we need to just let that go. It's really hard for females to let a situation go when they are this broken from this guy that they have a baby with. And I got to deal with this guy for the next, 18 years or 19 years.
Right.
So,
I mean, you have both sides. You have the bitter mothers, you have the bitter fathers. I mean, I honestly believe that in my situation, I'm probably one of the few just like, okay, whatever you do is your business, you start my kids. But from my environment and people I am around, I have met some bitter women. I really have. I've met some bitter men as well. I just feel like we, as single moms, we get painted with this horrible picture, like, oh, you don't want the kids around this, that, and the third. I still go back to what I said before, the unstableness. I personally wouldn't want my kids around a guy who says, hey, I'm coming to get up this weekend and never shows up to my kids speaking at the doorway. Then, I'm probably going to cut out that situation for them.
Yeah, I understand the unstableness. You don't want your kids
Now, me being a single mother, and I'm not sure, I have 3 baby daddies, okay? Now, when each one was different, okay? I had one to his sibling was so involved, he wanted to play a part, but the sibling, was so involved. Oh, make sure she's yours, da 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 da, going on and on. Then the second one, I wanted him to be involved. Every time a birthday came around, I had to call from somebody else's phone for him to answer the phone.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's your son's. It's your child's birthday. It was. And then the third one told me the only way he's going to participate is that I make the white people make him take care of his kids. You know what I'm saying? So each one was different, and it's not like I wanted them to be a part of their lives. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I was a mother, like I said earlier. It wasn't like I was a mother to say, you know what? You better not have my child around that heifer. I want to meet her to make sure that, who my child is going to be around or who my children is going to be around. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the type to not want my child to be around their fathers because I didn't have that child alone. Because if he wouldn't have put it there, it wouldn't have came out.
Yeah, it might.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, I think, each situation is different. You do have some women that get beside themselves that you better not have my child around that heifer, or she can't be around. I don't want my child around another woman. How can you say that? You know what I'm saying? If he's a dad, if he's a father, he's not going to allow anything to happen to that child.
Exactly. That's true. Fact.
Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning